Good morning, and thank you for joining Harriet Returned for another morning message. We're talking all about faith and freedom. Morning and happy Wednesday. I hope you are all well and your spirits are high. I want to talk about my company, Harriet Returns tagline today and about the message behind it. After all of my morning messages, I end by saying the cost of freedom is faith. And while I think that's a pretty straightforward statement, I want to explain what it means to me. Now, I'm not one to dictate to others what and how they should practice spirituality or a particular religion. I think you should believe in whatever feels right to you. I don't make it a habit to talk religion with folks because I believe most religions are rooted in condition and control and fear. This is not a conversation about religion. This is a conversation about faith. Faith is defined as complete trust or confidence in someone or something. What I appreciate most about this version of the definition is the word complete. Because to me, that's the most important part of having faith. It's believing in something or someone without conditions or reservations. It's wholly and completely dispelling fear in order to believe in something even if proof is not yet evident or clear. It's a knowing, a restful assurance that something or someone will make a way for you and will help you along the way. Faith is a peace to anchor to when there's chaos and confusion. It's a reminder that you are not alone in this thing called life. It's a comfort during difficult waiting periods and in setbacks. That's what faith is to me. That's why I consider it the key to freedom. Freedom is defined as the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. It's the ability to move, think, act, and be without being controlled by others' influence, by fear, by worry, by bondage, or by unfair obligation. Chasing my freedom has been what I constantly strive to do. Living free and being free is my life's goal and work. So many of us are in bondage right now, enslaved to things like worry, fear, anxiety, addictions, abusive relationships, toxic connections, and behaviors. We live with our hands tied, trying to figure things out, but not really having the faith we need to change things, or the faith that we can change things, or that there's always another way to do things. We live our lives reduced to routines that feel safe, but ultimately stop our growth and stunt our success. We live in the comfort zone. We become complacent in toxicity, and we tell ourselves that this is as good as it's going to get, instead of stepping out and stepping up into our faith to find more and to be better. I personally have faith in God, believing in God's omnipotence and God's grace, mercy, and favor. I believe someone bigger than myself is guiding, protecting, and supporting me. My faith in God helps me have confidence and faith in myself. It helps me move my feet past my fears. It helps me to rest assured that a change is coming. It is a peace that surpasses my human conditioning and understanding. It's a shade I can find refuge under when things get too difficult, too hot for me. My faith gives me the freedom to live and to accept the abundance that awaits me. I'm human, and sometimes I default back to my baseline of fearfulness and worry. I find myself consumed with doubts, shaken with concern, unable to rest or make a clear decision because I'm nervous and afraid. In those times, my motto loops in my mind. The cost of freedom is faith. The cost of freedom is faith. The cost of freedom is faith. And I will immediately turn to prayer or meditation. I pray and then I place my worries down like the heavy dead weight they are. I choose to pick up a spiritual practice such as prayer to be my stronghold in these times of fear, in these difficult times. I talk with God and I acknowledge my fears and I ask God to strengthen my faith in her. I ask God to constantly remind me that she will do what's best for me, that her will be done for my good in the midst of all things, the good, the bad, the happy, and the sad. I pray and then I release my worry and my fear, and I instantly feel lighter, free to think, to plan, and to do. Having faith helps me to believe in myself more as well. I trust my knowing more. I'm not swayed by public opinion or group thinking. I'm not consumed by collective doom. I can be in this world but not of it. I can exist without the needed validation from another person. Instead, I choose to validate myself. I'm freeing myself. No one has taught me how to be faithful. I didn't sit through hours of Bible study or in a pew every Sunday to discover my faith. My faith came directly from my lived experiences. It came from having great loss and also having huge wins. It came from having to learn to let go and suspend judgment in situations. It came from realizing that I couldn't control everything and everyone, and that I had to have faith that things would work out as they're supposed to. Faith has saved my life so many times, and it has truly set me free. What do you believe in without conditions? How do you define faith? Do you have faith in yourself and in a higher power? Do you feel free in faith? I hope you have a glorious day on purpose because you deserve it. And I want you to remember, the cost of freedom is faith. I love you. Peace. We thank you so much for watching, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. Peace out.